Hello kids, you're welcome to today's class where you'll be learning about the meaning, definition, and what a decimal really is. So what are decimals? Now, a decimal number can be defined as a number whose number, whole number, part, and the fractional part is separated by a decimal point. Now the dot in decimal point is called, the dot in the decimal number is called a decimal point. The dot in a decimal number is called a decimal point. The digits following the decimal point shows a value smaller than 1, meaning that all all numbers after decimal point are less than 1. They are fractional numbers, so they are less than 1. So a decimal point is a point or a dot used to separate the whole number parts of a number from the fractional part of a number. So every decimal number has whole number part and a fractional part separated by a decimal point. As you can see here, you have 13.95. As you can see, I called it 95, not 95, because it is less than 1. So this is 13.95. Now, in our next place, we'll see the place values, how to ascertain and how to know place values of decimals. Now, also the second question, another example, we have 17.48, in which 17 is the whole number, while 48 is the decimal. As you can see here, these boxes are 17. 4 is this, 4 over 10, 4 out of 10. Because this is the 10th place, right? And this is the 100th, that's 8. 8 out of 100. So these are what? Another way to know how to describe a decimal. Now to place values of a digit, place values of decimal number. Now, depending upon the position in a number, it has a value called its place value, even for whole numbers, right? Where we have the 100, tens, and units. Now, we can use decimal place chart to find the place value of the digits in the decimal number. Now, as you can see here, this is the 1000, 100, tens, units. This is the decimal point. So this is the whole number part. This is the decimal point, and this is the fractional part. This is the decimal part, right? Now, the decimal is sometimes regarded as the units of every decimal, this decimal point. So we start from what? Tenths, hundreds, and thousands. Now let's see an example here. Now we can say decimal place value chart helps to find the place value of the digits in a decimal number. Example here, question is asking us to write the place value of the digits 2 and 4 in the number 326.471. Now, if you can see here, there's a decimal point here. This is the whole number part, and this is the fractional part. And if you look at the place value to find its place, now 2 here, but tens, yes, 2 is tens, and 4 is what? Tens. So the place value of 2 is tens, 2 tens, or 20. The place value of 4 is 4 tenths, or 0.4. Now, we said decimals are fractional part, right? So in this case, let's change fractions to decimals. Let's see how it is done. We have an example here, which is 5 over 8. What do you do? Use long division to solve 5 over 8 to find its decimal. Now, 5 over 8. Now, 5 divided by 8. Now, because we cannot use 5 to divide 8, what do we put? We put 0 points. Then this becomes 5. 50 comes here. Okay, this becomes 5. We add 1 0. Now 6 times 8 is 48, right? And 50 minus 48 is 2. Remember, the point still remains 2. You have 2, we put 0. 8 divided by 20 is 2. 2 times 8 is 16. Now 20 minus 16 is 4. We put down another 0. This 0 point covers all the zeros we are adding, right? Brings down 0. 80 divide 40 divide 8 is 5. And 5 times 8 is 40. Using the DMSBR. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, and repeat. So in this case, we inserted extra zeros, and we saw this is 5.0000 divided by 8 to get 0.625. And using another method, because we have two methods. First method is use of long division, and this is the other method. Now, other method, first thing to do, the first step is to find a number you can multiply by the bottom of the fraction, meaning by the denominator, to make it either a 10, 100, or 1000, or any of the following zeros. Maybe it can be 10,000, 100,000, and so on. Meaning, look for a number to multiply the denominator with to make it equal to multiples of 10. Then multiply both numerator and denominator by that number. We multiply the top and bottom number by that number, the number that will make the denominator equals to 10. Third step, write just the top number, putting a decimal point in the correct spot. One space from the right hand side for every zeros in the bottom. I will consider that in the next example. Example, we have 3 over 4. We have to convert 3 over 4 to a decimal. First step, we multiply 4. We can multiply 4 by 25 to make it 100, right? So whatever we do to 4, we do to 3. Multiply the top and bottom number by 25. As you can see, 3 times 25 is 75, and 4 times 25 is 100. So we have 75 over 100. So how many number zeros do we have here? We have 2 zeros. So if we count from here, 1, 2, point comes here. That is why we have 0.75. So we write down 75 with 2 decimal point spaces from the right, because we have 2 zeros. Because 100 has 2 zeros, right? We count this. 1, 2. Put our point here, and this becomes 0.75. Hope you had a great time learning. We shall do more of these with numerous examples in class. See you. Bye-bye. Attempt your quiz and your assignments.